Guys, clear that. Good morning. I had a weird dream last night, but I feel like I was just purging like the evilness that came with this last cycle I got stuck in, okay? And I feel like it was just me purging out how evil the people were around me. It was intense, okay? There could be like someone who's going to get medical treatment for something, okay? They're gonna go get medical treatment for something, and you're gonna think that everything's good, and then instantly they'll get like toxic shock syndrome, or like instantly they'll go use again and then never be the same, and then never be the same. Like you'll see it in their demeanor, in their everything about them's just never gonna be the same. The way they think, talk, everything. That was intense. Like people are gonna know that that's due to say overdose, injury, head injury, whatever. It's just they're gonna go do something and never be the same. So that's one thing. Something about toxic shock, or like just overdoing it, or like some sort of abrasion. I don't know really. It's just they're gonna go do something and never be the same after getting out of like treatment or the hospital or some sort of programming to do with health. My hair's really staticky right now. I don't know why. Okay. I also I had brought up like a prediction, okay, it was a premonition of someone sending someone for me to love to a certain campsite, right? Last night I had a dream that my ex, someone I was like stuck in a toxic cycle with, like against my will, okay, came and like fucking blew the place up, okay? So it doesn't necessarily have to be the character that's in your dream, but like some terrorist shit happened in my dream last night, and there was a lot of casualties at this campsite. So I woke up and I was like, I feel like I was just purging the evils that I was around, okay? It was so terrible. And then I woke up. I just left a glass of water by the mirror, right? Because in this dream I could see a woman looking in the mirror and doing some weird stuff. So I just filled up a glass of water to the tippy top, and I set it by the mirror, right? Just to purify. And then I played a mantra, okay? I played a mantra and I listened to this beautiful woman's voice, sing, okay? And I cried, and I cried, and I cried, and I cried, and I cried. And I was just asking God, I'm like, God, have mercy upon these people, have mercy upon their souls. I don't know, I don't understand. I can't understand what makes you want to be like that. I can't understand the hurt that must be there, right? The pain that must be there. So I was just letting it all go with love, right? It's like, have mercy on their souls. I love them. I love them. I love them. You know, I love everybody. So, it was just letting go with love. And that's it. Then I went back to bed and I didn't dream of anything. So that was last night's dream. If you guys want to interpret it for yourself, go ahead. I'm just letting that one go. I'm just letting it go. With love. And that's it. It's released. I can't even. Like, I just wish that people weren't so evil. But, like, to get there, you have to lack something, okay? You have to lack something within. Like, bad. Like, desolate, right? So, it's not up to me to pinpoint it. It's up to these individuals to do it for themselves, okay? And love themselves. And I hope that, like, things that I am teaching is helping these people, honestly, because everybody deserves to be happy, like, everybody. But I've taken my life as my responsibility, and that's all I have to do. So it's like, I just had to give it to God. I just had to give it to the Creator, right? And pray for these people to find love, right? Because it's never too late. It's never too late. And not outside of themselves, right? Love for self, love for God, the Creator. Okay, love for the universe, the collective as a whole, right? I was just feeling like a little bit heartbroken that not everybody ascends this lifetime, right? And it's not like I've ascended every lifetime either. So, like, just because I've broken a generational curse of mine doesn't mean that everyone has, okay? For the bloodline, you know? Not everybody's raising that vibration for the bloodline, right? Not everybody can. I don't know why. It's never too late. And it's always, you can always change, right? So, like, it's just a lesson that I'm learning actively right now, is to let go with love and understand that not everybody can do it, whether it be guilt, shame, worthlessness, hopelessness, right? Whatever feeling makes them deflect instead of reflect. Unaccountability, doom, right? Maybe they think if they were to own up to anything, they'd be like, what? What would be the difference? Somebody might, like, some people, they do things and they can't admit it, and they just be a coward the rest of their life. But it's only hurting them is the thing, okay? But they really, 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 like, strive on what people think of them. They, like, are always looking for validation. They're always people pleasing. They're always lying, projecting, being mean, instilling fear in order for people to be scared of them. Wouldn't you rather want people to willingly love you? I free willingly love people. I don't like, if I feel forced into something that's like, bye, you'll never see me again. You know what I mean? It's just because that's that real love. You can't force it. It flows. Okay? So after we write out the things that we've done or the things that we do, the cycles we go in, the things that we say, the attitude things, okay? The things that we don't never really tell people, okay? They're not our best attributes. They're actually things that we're quite ashamed of, okay? Or things that we do as a trigger out of a response to our environment. A trigger, if you will. A trigger, something we did in the past that, like, not gonna say that, right? Fucking makes me look terrible. And we've identified what they are. Okay? We were being misleading. We were trying to escape reality, okay? That's one of mine here. I was lying to myself. Okay? So then now we have these assets. I'm very observant. I'm capable of seeing the bigger picture. I have this willingness to change. Okay, I can look from within. Okay, I have this gratitude. I see the positive in people and in everything around me. Okay, I see the positive in situations, right? I listen and I'm teachable. I have an open mind. I'm good at problem solving. I have a sense of humor. I'm accountable. I'm honest with myself. Okay, I'm open-minded. I'm authentic. I'm very genuine. Okay, I'm approachable. I'm calm in stressful situations. Right? I'm dependable now. I never used to be that. Okay? I assert my boundaries. Okay, if they get crossed, that's it. Right? If I really care about you, I'll talk to you about them again if you're lucky. You know? I'm a lover, right? I'm kind, and I still choose to be that way after everything that I've been through. I still choose to be a lover. I still choose to be kind, right? I think that that's so amazing. I think that's resilience to like the tippy top. Okay, so like these are the assets that I found within the words that I identified earlier through past cycles, whatever I was getting out at the beginning, right? So now we're going to make all these assets into like labels, okay? We're going to like make them into labels and we're going to categorize them. To the best of our ability, we're going to categorize them, okay? In order to simplify, okay? Some of them are doubled, so they obviously are in the same group, okay? We could categorize them as this is a spiritual attribute, this is like a mental attribute, this is like spiritual, mental, physical, right? I forget the other one. Let me write it down. Spiritual, mental, physical, emotional. There it is. Okay. We could categorize them like that, okay? And use kind of that like as a cheat sheet, but try to do it your own, okay? Try to label them yourself. Don't ask anybody else, right? You try to label it when they call them defects, okay? They call them defects. As you're labeling your defects, okay? Mine was anxiety, worthlessness, codependency, self-esteem, okay? And now I've turned those defects into an asset. Okay, now I'm going to categorize these assets. And as you're doing this, as you're labeling them, make sure that you're doing it yourself, okay, so that your own brain recognizes it. Okay, it wasn't outside of yourself that you looked for any of these answers. It was within yourself. Okay, and that's the whole point of becoming aware. All right? Okay, now we're going to label these defects, okay? We're going to literally make labels. Okay, but actually, you know what? I'm going to cross defects out because now they're assets, because we've turned them into assets. So we are going to categorize them. That was actually a different activity. That was a different activity. The next step is making amendments. The next step was making amendments. I'm just gonna keep it here for now. That's good enough. So generational curses are to do with the bloodline, right? Generation after generation after generation after generation is stuck in this toxic cycle that allows them to like build more karma and then leads to the next lifetime, or like you're burning off this karma until it's all gone. Okay, that's like me, like coming into this life having tragedy after tragedy, tragedy after tragedy after tragedy, okay, and being stuck in certain cycles myself, okay, due to trauma, due to all these things, but ultimately due to the bloodline being cursed, okay, this generational curse, these generational curses, okay, and it's up to me to become responsible for myself in order to turn it over for the next generation, to vibe higher than the last generation for the next generation. And that's how we raise the vibration of the bloodline. In turn, the collective, right? So sometimes our karma is from our last life, which is from not being able to get out of these toxic cycles, which is from the curse of the bloodline. So it's not even other people outside of us doing it to us. It's just naturally what we had to do in order to get rid of a lot of karma from the last life, which has been going on and on and on and on and on until someone like me or someone like someone else who's ascending, who's a part of the collective, comes into the family lineage, okay, and ascends for the entire bloodline. So I don't know who needed to hear that, but that is kind of how it works. Like it's your responsibility, right? It's your responsibility to take ownership of the cycles you are in, and that's what I'm trying to teach. Somebody doesn't want to accept the fact that they're blocked, they're let go of, they're not allowed to communicate, they are, I don't know what it is, man. I don't know what it is. It's a lot of anger. It's a lot of anger, but like somebody did it to themselves. Somebody did it to themselves. Had someone be attacked, tormented, whatever, you know? And is angry that they're blocked and you are free from everything that they did to you. Like it's so evil, okay? That's why I was like, I was fucking crying last night, man. I couldn't even help it. I'm like, I don't understand how someone could be like that to somebody, right? And then it took me back to that person must lack something within, right? I just prayed really hard for people I asked God to have mercy. Because they're people, right? They're people. But like, God is like also showing me that like some people invest their time in really shitty things. Okay? You know, in Proverbs it says, plant kindness and gather love. Okay, some people plant whatever they're planting and gather hate. Right? And that's their responsibility, and that's why I had to let go, and I just couldn't stop crying. And then I did, and I had a really peaceful sleep. Somebody loves you. Somebody in the past is like holding someone in high honor. This could be some weird shit, okay? This past person could have like gathered communities in order to get their wish fulfillment, which was you to invest in them. And then while these people were like gathering this information, this community of past people could now be in love with you. So like not only this past person that's toxic, that tried to keep you stuck in a cycle, but their people could also be holding you in high honor and looking at you as wish fulfillment. I'm hearing the power of the people, the power of the people, the power of the people. Something about voting. Meal ticket. Ew. I knew this would come back to money. I love money, don't get me wrong. It doesn't make the world go round though. Love does. Love does. If you knew that like money is a flow, like love is a flow, you'd have more money. You wouldn't even have to work, really. Really. Just do things that bring you joy. That could be the person who's never going to be the same, like in the mind space. For some reason, I got a picture of a woman that I know. These people have identified you as an accurate reader, if you're a reader, or an accurate Queen of Cups, an authentic person, okay, of the past, and that you're just moving forward, you're moving on. Okay, these people wish to kill you. Their wish was to Ten of Swords you. Overdose. Poison. Somebody could have poisoned someone's addiction, like say you're addicted to drugs, say you're addicted to alcohol, say you're addicted to sex. They tried to poison it somehow, poison it so it would cause burdens. Or this could be that toxic shock, or the like some sort of like never gonna be the same, never gonna be the same. It's just not the same. Damn, that's sad. Getting this person just pushes it to the limit. Like, I'm here, push it to the limit. Oh gosh. Drowning? Someone could have been an easy target. Someone could have been an easy target. There's a murder here. There's a murder here. It's like someone invested in this person and spoiled them. And then this person either like stole or did something fucked up with somebody's investments. Right? So then this person's wish fulfillment was to kill this person. And then there's some past people who were like down for it. It's fucked up. For money. To kill this person and say that they were married. This could be someone's like bad karma. This person was like in love with them and then they snaked them out and then they got angry. Okay, so this could be like a fatal attraction type situation. So like if someone got murdered, look into their lover or their like, maybe they had finances, maybe they were married, maybe they were planning to get married, maybe this person was moving on from the past after kind of fucking somebody over here. Or just moving away from toxicity and it was no longer resonating. They were no longer the same vibration. It just wasn't working. They couldn't connect. They didn't have anything else in common, right? This person was starting to become themselves authentically, and then this other person was angry. Like, how dare you not? How dare you walk away? How dare you not have anything want to argue with me? How dare you not want to end things with, like... Somebody could want to kill somebody so that something stays a secret. Like everything that they've gathered came off the expense of someone else. Like fraud, like theft. Like at like a high level of fucking theft here, or fraud. So they wish to put this person into marriage, or there could have been a lawyer or a judge who was like, intention was to kill, or a police officer, someone of the justice system. There's going to be justice for this situation. This, if you ask me, is intention to kill, right? Wish fulfillment, satisfied, self-centered, whatever. 10 of Swords. That's intention to kill, if you ask me. Like, in the worst way. And that's what would be pleasing, just to have someone betrayed in the worst way. like a sense of satisfaction. Oof. Okay? Like, that's the type of evil I was purging last night. This community's been waiting, okay? But as they've been waiting, they've been watching your predictions, and they see it as accurate to these past people, okay? There's like groups in the community who are watching your predictions and seeing as vindication. They're able to like know that you're like a true divine messenger, or a messenger of the divine, okay? These past people are seeing how you moved on at a rapid pace, okay? Some people were saying, like, there's no way that they transformed like that. They must still be like this. There's no way that they can move from this so fast. Okay, but these past people are seeing what you teach, okay? They're seeing what you teach, and they're going back in their minds, and they're recognizing that it is possible, okay? Not only for you in that worst, darkest state, but for if it were true for you, it must be true that they can do that too. And they can. Someone's like, damn, that's like a fucking soldier, man. That's like a soldier. That's like a warrior, right? That's a warrior. This community lie. I'm getting Mandela effect. Okay, if you don't know what the Mandela effect is, it's like some people say that Pikachu has a stripe on his tail. Some people say that Pikachu doesn't have a stripe on his tail. But the power of the people, okay, the quantity over quality sort of thing, like the numbers, okay, the number of lies outweigh the one person telling the truth. And that's how communities of people can attack someone, target someone, make it look a certain way, when in fact it's a lie to send someone in the wrong direction. Okay, and that one person is instructing well in the upright and telling the truth. Okay, so that's how you get communities of people against one person, and it seemingly be true when it's in fact a lie, and God knows it. Somebody's really jealous that you are being identified as a truth teller. Your connection, they're jealous of your connection. Anybody can have a connection with God, so that is an irrational thought of yours. Work on it. Like, somebody just never wants to do the work. They never want to do the work. They never want to do the shadow work. They never want to work on their relationship with the divine and their ancestors. They never want to work for their money. They never want to, I don't know. They'd just rather be jealous of other people with other opportunities. Like, it doesn't even make any sense. They don't even do anything to create their own opportunities, but then they hate on other people for creating their own opportunities. Like, take responsibility of your life already. Like, it's not anybody else's fault that you choose to be childish. It's not anybody's fault that you choose to be irresponsible, unaccountable, a piece of shit, but your own. Like, I'm just like, that shit takes me back. Like, I don't get it. I don't understand. Like, if you knew, but you do know. So it's like, what's the point when you're not even going to help yourself? When you already know and you choose not to help yourself. I don't want to help you. Nobody does. Nobody wants to help you. You can't even help yourself. Okay? God's not even going to help you till you start helping yourself. You could be in that state for the rest of your life and come back the next lifetime and live out your karma for that. Okay? Until your karma is evened out. Okay? Lots of people's karma is evening out. So lots of people, it's setting in that they're going to have to live out karma this lifetime. Right? And if you try to kill yourself and like take some sort of cowardice way, that's even more karma for the next lifetime. So that's not the way, right? The way is to find happiness within, even with not much at your disposal. Okay? And it is in fact attainable because I actively do it. Okay? I've actively done it. Chosen God no matter what. Okay? No matter how much money I had, no matter how much peace I had, no matter how much faith, okay? I just had a little tiny bit of little dust of faith, right? It's possible, so, and it's happy too. Like, you can be happy doing it. You can be happy doing it. It's just people care about what other people think of them so much. That's no way to live. If you understood that their karma is worse off than yours and you'd actually just be inheriting it while trying to people please these people, you'd probably just want to get the fuck away from them instead of trying to people please them so hard. Hearing the name Anita and the name Roy. Jasper, Joy, Weston, Wilton, Will, Austin, Easton, Madison, Maddie. Okay. You're not getting this house, you're not getting this engagement, you're not getting this marriage, you're not getting this relationship, you're not getting this friendship, you're not getting someone's finding their independence. So this is why somebody lied. They lied in order to get money off of the situation, in order to capitalize on the situation that you were walking away from. You're telling the truth about it, they're lying about it. You're telling the truth about your independence, they're lying about it. You were telling the truth about this relationship, this house, these finances, they're lying about it. You're telling the truth about no longer being a wish fulfillment, unsatisfied, not even been talking to them for how many years? Could be 4 or 5. And they're lying about it. It's just what it is. Just what it is. Okay, I'm going to pull some cue cards. I'm going to split the deck. This person could have got an STD or a sickness being a player. And this also kind of goes along with the toxic shock syndrome I was getting. I was getting irritable bowel like not that long ago, and my sister has that shit, I think. Maybe I shouldn't have put that on here, but it's just the truth. So I know that she knows something that I don't. Pisces in the reverse. This could be a Pisces that you tried to play. A Pisces gave you an STD. A Pisces in their south node, okay, gave you an STD and called you a player. Like, what? It's funny how people project, like they deflect like that, right? Oh. It could be an Aries, or a Pisces played you and said that an Aries gave this to you, or flip it around to like switch your story. This is to like avoid an altercation, to cloud your vision, okay? To cloud your vision. Because they didn't want you to end out a situation with them so that they can continue to set you up out of greed. Okay, you're getting this communication. Wise, wisdom. It was necessary that you know this, okay? Let me show you. Okay. There is a Pisces here who's trying to set up an Aries. Or if it's different for you, just put it how it resonates. But in my story, a Pisces, okay, was trying to set me up, okay? They wanted to avoid a fight with the person that they were trying to set up, right? They don't want no smoke. But this person's becoming wise. Like, it's necessary that this person learned this lesson. Okay? Their vision was clouded. This Pisces didn't want a situation to end out. Okay? So they communicated that an Aries was setting this person up, opposed to what they were doing out of greed, clouding your vision. They didn't want this to end. Okay, this communication's coming out. This person feels like somebody's very wise here. And I'm connecting it to the Aries with the color, okay? This is very necessary for you to find out, okay? In order to protect yourself. Okay, this person's like a copycat, man. A copycat. Abuse in the reverse. So what they're trying to do is like flip the script, right? If you choose to like communicate that you don't want to be a part of this anymore, they can't set you up, okay? They don't end up getting this money. Now they don't want no smoke because they know that you're wise about this situation, you know about it, okay? They could say that you're abusive. That could be another tactic that they'll do because they're a very negative thinker, okay? And they wanted to plant seeds of doubt within you, okay? They lack faith. They're unfaithful. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was getting. Okay. I'm going to do one more spread with the cue cards, and then I'm going to call it a day. Okay, the activity that I was doing in the book, it was a different activity. I labeled all the defects, okay? Not the assets, but the defects. So what we did first by identifying what exactly it is that we're doing in these toxic situations, okay? And I made a list of them and I cut them out, okay? And I wrote them on eggs, okay? I wrote all these defects on eggs and I went into the forest and I threw them and smashed them on things. Okay? So, like, it was really great. So, say I put survival mode, shame, projection, looking for outside approval. So outside approval is validation, right? So validation, defensiveness. And I wrote these all on like an egg as like a collage of defects on an egg. And I went into the forest and I threw them at trees and shit. And they fucking like shattered, right? It got a lot of anger out and it got a lot of like, it took this creativity and made it into something like tactile, that's how I let go. That's how I let go of these certain things. So sometimes I purge and I cry and I literally do it in my mind. But sometimes we don't know how to do that yet. Or sometimes we have so much built up anger and frustration from these situations that we just need to throw some shit. Right? Some people, they buy plates. some people buy plates and they write it all on these plates and they smash the plates, right? It's just up to you. Some people write letters and they burn them, like the angel poster that I was telling you guys about trauma. And that fill in the blank sentence, that was the exact same for each poster, but vastly different, right? So it's just good to like put some like hands-on, I don't know how to, activities with the entire situation, okay? In order to release that trauma. So yeah, that's what I was talking about until I got kind of confused there at the beginning, but that's why I labeled out my defects so I could write them on eggs and go smash them. Okay? So we're not taking our anger or anything like out on like anyone else, like unnecessary, right? Like that's our own bullshit that we're trying to fix, okay? It's not anybody else's bullshit but our own. So nobody else has to like bitches be crazy. Bitches be crazy. Okay? And men can be bitches too. Mind games in the reverse. Hypocrite. Damn. Something's like really falling back onto someone. Reflect. Imposter in the reverse. So someone's caught. Black magic backfire. Unique in the reverse. Stable and grounded. Greatness. Sex. Mental illness. Okay. I don't know if you guys want to look at this. They're very colorful, so it's like very pleasing to the eye, these cards. Just wait.